Okay, good day, viewers and learners, and colleagues out there. This time around, we're going to be looking at comparison and consistency in the English language. Uh, Comparison, we tend to compare two nouns or two pronouns while we are communicating or while we are writing. And then we should remember the definition of pronouns. These are words that are used instead of nouns. Okay, we remember our pronouns: he, she, we, they, those, them, etc. Okay, these pronouns can be classified into two. We have some of them in subject positions, as we have it here. Subjects, subjective case of pronouns are these: he, she, we, they, I, you, it. These pronouns are in subject case. Why are they in subject case? They can be used to start English sentences. And English sentences are presumably, for the clearer explanation of this class, to be occupying the beginning part of the English sentences. Okay, for instance, if you are to make use of these subject pronouns in sentences, you say, he kicks the ball, she plays the ball, we laugh at him, they are dancing, I am playing, you are serious, it is time. If you look at all these, I use them to begin my sentences. And then we have objective case of pronouns. Okay, if you look at this, can we replicate the same thing we did over here by saying, we said he kicks the ball. Can we say he kicked the ball? No. I kick the ball? No, it's impossible. Now, these pronouns are going to be at the tail end of our sentences, which is known to be the position for objects. So, it's an assumption right now that the subjects are usually found at the beginning of our sentences, while the objects are found at the end. Though, if you have a good command of your English language, you can situate your object and object any way you like in the sentence. It's just like thing that can be found either at the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence. So it's not a hard and fast rule that the subject must be at the beginning. You can throw it any way you like, depending on how you can command the words you are making use of in your English sentences. Okay, having known the pronouns in the position of subject and the pronouns in the position of object, we can then look at um, one rule. The rule is, if you are using a pronoun after the comparative form of adjective, you're going to make sure that the pronoun is a pronoun in the position of subject. Okay? And these are the pronouns in the position of subject. Okay. Take note of that rule. Now, in this topic, there are three things I uh, pointed out so that we're going to get it very clear. The first is do's, and the second is don't. The last is exemption. Okay, the first thing is do's, and the do's is that if you want to compare, for comparison's sake, you still have to be consistent. When you are comparing two subjects, let us know that you are comparing two subjects. And when you are comparing two objects, let us know that you are comparing two objects. Don't compare a subject and an object. No, that is inconsistency. If you are comparing these two, it is okay. These two, it is okay. If you are comparing these two, it's okay. These two, it's okay. But never compare a subject and an object. It brings about inconsistency. That's what we are allowed to do. The don't is still what I have said, that you should not compare a subject and an object. That's the don't. The exemption is that these last two pronouns can be used in the position of subject. As you can see, it doesn't change. You is still you in the position of object. What does that suggest? It means that you can use the pronouns you and it in the positions of subject and object. So, having heard and understood these three things, we can then continue with illustrative sentences to get it better. Okay, look at this. She is later than I, or she is later than him. What are we going to choose? Okay, this pronoun is a pronoun in position of subject. So if we are comparing it with another pronoun, it should be a pronoun in the position of subject as well. So out of I and him, which one is in position of object? In the position of subject? Obviously, it is what? I. So filling this gap on I is going to be grammatically correct because we can now read it as she is later than I, not she is later than we are comparing subjects. This subject, not subject and object. One. Two, the rule. When you are comparing things at comparative level, the pronoun that should come after this than should be the pronoun in the position of subject. And then, what is the meaning of this sentence? The sentence actually means she is neat, I am neat, but she is neater than I am. So we cannot say she is neat. Him is neat. No, him does not start a sentence. That is why we are correct here. The next one is we are stronger than. The same thing applies to this. We are stronger than. We are going to look at the status of we. We is a pronoun in the position of what? Subject. So if we are choosing between these two, it has to be the one in subjective case, which is what? They. So we are right to say we are stronger than they. The next is Baba and he or him. Is going to be he because this is the position for subject. Okay. Number 4. Remember, this matter is strictly between. I said let us assume that this position is for the object. So the object you does not change. It has the right to be used at the subject position and at the object position. And thank God the two are now the same here. Are we now choosing between what are we choosing between I and me?